All right. I'm just gonna jump right into it real quick.
Okay.
Hey, we appreciate you having. This is Rick Curti, folks at home for the Charlotte Bats, hoping to bring MLB to Charlotte.
Yeah.
This is Mark Saxton.
I'm Joey Condit.
This is Blue Collar Sports Talking.
Awesome.
Let's talk some shit,
Let's
huh?
do it. Let's do it.
All right. So first and foremost, we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Super happy to have you. Why don't you just
let us know about Rick? Who is
okay? My name is Rick Curti, founder and CEO of the Charlotte Bats. I'm originally from Los Angeles. Lived in Las Vegas for 5 years, from 2001 to 2006. Moved to Charlotte from 2006 till now. And about 6-7 years ago, I came up with this crazy idea of wanting to bring a Major League Baseball team to Charlotte because I love baseball and I love Charlotte, and I still don't understand why North Carolina's never had a Major League Baseball team. We just got everything here: mountains, beaches. We got a football team, the Panthers, and we got the Hornets, and we got a hockey team in Raleigh. We got everything, and it's like, why not MLB? So I had to make a decision. Either I wait and just hopefully we'll get one, or do something about it. And so I'm a go-getter. I want to do something about it, and here we are.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you're originally from Los Angeles. I'm from San Diego County myself. I'm from Escondido.
Awesome.
Representing. So,
yeah.
Walk us through the dynamics of your organization. Who do you have involved? Is it just you? Is it just Rick all by himself making this happen? I mean, how is it that you got started and was so successful so far? I mean, you've made some serious headway.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I just started a Facebook page. It was called Let's Bring MLB to Charlotte. I just wanted to ask people and kind of find out what was going on, why we didn't have an MLB team. So I actually did a study about it for 2 years, just see about growth here, population, city-wise, how big of a city is Charlotte compared to other cities that have Major League Baseball. And I just was astonished why we didn't have one. We have a bigger population in 13 cities that have MLB. Milwaukee is the smallest city that has Major League Baseball. And I just put it out there to see what we thought about it. We came up with a logo. We came up with the Charlotte Bats. Originally, I wanted to call the team the Charlotte Cardinals because the Cardinals are the state bird of North Carolina, which would have been perfect. Unfortunately, there's too many Cardinal teams out there, and I didn't want us to get lost in the bunch. I was like, okay, Arizona Cardinals, Louisville Cardinals, Stanford Cardinals. Man, there's too many Cardinals. That would have been perfect.
Right.
And so we came up with the Charlotte Bat Dogs was the original name.
Oh, wow.
And people hated the name. And I look back now, I'm like, what was I thinking? So then somebody just said, why don't you just call them Charlotte Bats? And so when I did more research, I found out there was a not AAA, but a single A baseball team in Greensboro that was called the Greensboro Bats back in the day. And now they're called the Grasshoppers. So I thought, well, the name has connections to North Carolina. So we call them the Charlotte Bats. So we wanted something that had a connection with North Carolina and Charlotte. The colors came from the University of UNCC Charlotte of the Charlotte 49ers. And it's the same colors we use are the colors of the city of Charlotte as well. So it has a connection. And so what I've been doing has been talking to our local representatives. And our mayor, she came out a couple of months ago and said that Charlotte should have Major League Baseball. And so we got people like the mayor that's on our side. We have some local representatives, and that's the great thing about sports. It doesn't matter what side you lean on. People just want to see it. And so I've talked to people from both sides of the aisle and said, this is great. We want to see this happen. I actually was making some headway with our governor, and unfortunately COVID came and that kind of put a damper on things. So we're going to restart talks with our governor and just see what happens. So even though COVID happened and it hurt a lot of people, but we're making some strides, and hopefully we get contact with our governor. And I love to get Michael Jordan involved. You know, David Tepper, who's the owner of the Panthers. Actually, we're getting Major League Soccer next year. This year, we're getting Major League Soccer. So more professional sports are coming to Charlotte. So in the short period of time that I've been here, what was a college state is now turned into a city that can support professional sports.
There it is. There it is. What about the folks at home? How can we all get rally behind you and help make this happen?
Well, you can go on our website. It's www.charlottebats.com. We have a petition on there. You can go on our Facebook page at Charlotte MLB. We're also on there at Charlotte Bats, CLTBATS Baseball. We're also on Instagram at Charlotte Bats. We're also on Twitter, Charlotte Bats. And I'm also on LinkedIn under Rick Curti. And I post on there every day. But you can sign our petition. And we're actually going to be coming out with an online store this year. We're going to sell hats and jerseys, T-shirts, and just get the ball rolling and tell people Charlotte should have Major League Baseball. I mean, it's like, why not? You know, everyone else has a team. You know, you don't have to be this big, sexy city or this market to have professional sports. Right. You know, that's why I keep telling you, you don't have to be in New York. You don't have to be a Los Angeles or Las Vegas. Right. You know, Tampa Bay got a team. Milwaukee got a team. A lot of small markets. Kansas City, they all got teams. It's time that we have Major League Baseball here. We just have the Atlanta Braves in the South. If we can have a team in Atlanta, and I think we're going to have expansion in Charlotte. I think Nashville's going to get a team. That would be awesome. We're going to have like our own Southern division in Major League Baseball. And I think that's what I would do if I was commissioner is bring more teams in the South. So Atlanta, Charlotte, and Nashville, 3 hot spots, 3 of the hottest places in the South. That would be a great, phenomenal rivalry in Major League Baseball.
Okay. It'd be really good for the sport.
I'm really happy to hear that jerseys will be for sale because that was a big thing. I was looking on Instagram. I was like, man, these jerseys are clean. And then your patriotic jerseys too.
Yeah,
those ones.
Yeah, we just came out with those. I just got those like actually a couple of days ago. We wanted to support our troops, and our military. So I was thinking that we could wear them like during like 4th of July, during a Veterans Day, Memorial Day. I think we all have family members that are in the military. Unfortunately, my uncle died in the Korean War in the 50s. And so, I always want to do something that represents all our troops that are out there that unfortunately are away from their families, can't see games, fighting for our country. And, they don't get the love that, we should be giving them. So I always want to do something to support our troops. So we came out with our patriotic 4th of July jerseys to say thank you to all the people out there fighting and sacrificing for our country.
That's awesome. We love that. Yeah, we do have a question. Somebody posted on our we're on Facebook Live as well. Somebody wanted to know, is there any competition between the Bats and the Knights? And 2, if there is competition, how's it looking for the Charlotte Bats? Do they have the edge on them? What's going on for to be the next MLB team there?
Yeah, we have a minor league baseball team called the Charlotte Knights. They're an awesome team. I support them 100%. If it wasn't for the Knights being out here, we wouldn't be on this list. They used to be in South Carolina. Their attendance was not that great. So since they moved to Charlotte, their attendance went from last to first. Wow. And ever since then, they've either been first and second in attendance. Only Indianapolis would have higher attendance. I think last time it was Las Vegas that won, and they opened up a new stadium as well. So I try to work with them as much as possible. Always try to have a nice rivalry with them. They're a great organization, but can we have both? Unfortunately, no. So it's either a minor league baseball or Major League Baseball. So that's what happened. That's what's going to happen, unfortunately. And for us, the great news is that in 2015, the commissioner came out with his list of potential markets and cities for expansion, and Charlotte's on that list. We got Montreal on the list. We got Charlotte, Portland, Las Vegas, Nashville, and Vancouver are the cities that he's looking at for potential expansion. And so the only way we're going to get expansion is when Oakland and Tampa Bay get new stadiums. That's what the commissioner said. And Oakland's going to Las Vegas. You know, it's going to happen. Oakland's tired of it. They want to see it. They want to see a new stadium. The commissioner wants to see a new stadium. They've been in Las Vegas 6 or 7 times. Right. Last I heard that they want to build a baseball stadium where the Tropicana Casino is at. Oh, and wow. So I lived in Las Vegas for 5 years. I know they could support it. Las Vegas and Charlotte are very similar in size, growth. They're both 2 of the largest, fastest growing cities in the United States. So I know Las Vegas support it. And they already got hockey and they already got football. So that's going to happen. Tampa is going to be splitting their seasons with Montreal. So half of their games will be in Tampa, half of their games will be in Montreal. And so they're doing that to see if they can apply more pressure to St. Petersburg or Tampa Bay to get a new stadium. So once those get situated, they'll expand. And in my opinion, it's going to be Charlotte and Nashville. They'll be the 31 and 32nd teams in Major League Baseball. And so, because they always expand by 2. So, right. And so it'll definitely be Charlotte and Nashville, since Oakland's going to get a new team or a relocating team. Montreal, they're going to split their seasons, or if they don't get a new stadium, Tampa will probably go to Montreal. And I don't see a team in Vancouver, since they already had the Grizzlies and they went to Memphis. And I don't see a team in Portland because I think Seattle will block that move. They'll hurt their market. So to me, it's going to be Charlotte. It's going to be Nashville. And that would be fantastic to see MLB, more teams in the South, and have a great rivalry with Atlanta, which just won the World Series. So exactly. So I think that's going to help as well. So we're excited about it. I love Atlanta, but you know what? It's time for North Carolina to have their own professional Major League Baseball team we can support.
I agree.
That's what 100%. I'm talking about.
I know the blackout's going out right now, but how great of a rivalry would it be to start out? You guys signing Freddie Freeman.
Oh gosh, that'd be fantastic. I mean, that'd be a huge acquisition. I mean, that'd be phenomenal. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, we can get it. I mean, imagine if Mike Trout is available and Mike Trout comes to Charlotte, and I know he's an East Coast guy. He's from New Jersey, so he'd be a lot closer to home than he would be in Los Angeles. So hey, Mike Trout. So the Angels, if you want to rebuild and want to get rid of Mike Trout, and when we get expansion, bring him to Charlotte.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And you'll be closer to home, Mike. You'll be, North Carolina's a lot closer to New Jersey. So, hey, East Coast guy, come on to the East Coast. We'll support you. Come on.
There you go. I like that. I like hearing that. So how close are we in this fight? How close are we making this happening?
I see it happening probably 3-4 years, maybe 5 the most. It just all depends what's going to happen with Oakland. It all depends what happens with Tampa Bay. And once those get resolved, they'll expand. And it's going to be a lot sooner because, you see all the talks about what's happening with Oakland. Unfortunately, I feel bad for Oakland because they already lost their base. They already lost their football team. They lost their basketball team since the Golden State Warriors moved to San Francisco. And unfortunately, it looks like they're going to be losing their baseball team. I hate to be the mayor of Oakland. I'm sure he or she's not very popular right there. I know I wouldn't be happy with them if I lost 3 professional teams.
Yeah, they're running them out of there, man. It's terrible.
Yeah. So most likely Oakland is going to move to Las Vegas, and, Tampa, either they're going to go to Montreal or they're going to be splitting their seasons, which would be interesting to see Tampa and with Montreal. But they do Major League Baseball definitely wants to see another team in Canada, and they can have a nice rivalry with the Blue Jays. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. So once that happens and you hear Oakland moving to Las Vegas, and get ready because you'll hear a lot more about expansion, and you're going to be hearing a lot about Charlotte. You're going to hear a lot about Nashville, Portland, all these other cities. But when they do expand, I definitely see Charlotte and Nashville as the 31st and 32nd to join Major League Baseball.
Definitely. This would be a great way to make baseball fun again. Yeah. They want the ratings to go back up. Let's bring more rivalries.
Yeah, and how fun is that to have a professional team in Las Vegas? When I lived in Las Vegas, nobody, that was taboo to have professional sports. But now with online gaming, fantasy sports, which is huge now, Las Vegas is like everybody wants to move to Las Vegas now, and they'll make lots of money there. So I'm excited for them. I used to live there, so I'm really happy to see them being there. And and then Charlotte, we've been rumored for so long. We've been used as pawns for so long for owners. We almost had it. The Twins almost moved to Charlotte in the 90s. Tampa Bay was flirting with moving to Charlotte if they didn't get a new stadium. And now that we're on this list for expansion by the commissioner, and he's mentioned Charlotte many times, and he says the reason Charlotte is so attractive is because we have proven we can support professional sports with the Panthers and with the Hornets. And you got Michael Jordan out here. You got Dale Earnhardt, recognizable athletes, beloved athletes out here. It's about time. And when people say Charlotte's a small market, the great thing about it is that we have South Carolina next door, and they don't have any sports at all. They don't have professional football. They don't have professional baseball, so we can bring the people from South Carolina over to Charlotte. And so we'll be two states in one. So that's what makes North Carolina very attractive for an MLB team.
I like it. I really like it. Like I said, it's a hotbed for sports over there on all levels. And two, like you said, just the rivalry and everything you have in the South. That's everything right there. Made a Cinderella story right there. Right. It's made to be nothing but excitement.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're blue collar sports. We were done with the fancy markets. We want some real markets.
Yeah, that's why I got my blue shirt on, because you're blue collar sports.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or my teal shirt, whatever it is, but it's blue, so it's good enough.
Well, and once again, we're excited about the online store. We'll definitely be looking for some jerseys. Those things are clean, man. Yeah. We're hoping to see that the Charlotte Bats get picked just so we can see those running around on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a vision I had. I love stripes. I use the colors of the city, the colors of our university of UNC Charlotte. And, I'm old school. So I remember the Pirates back in the 60s when they would have the dark sleeves and the white. So I wanted to go old school, old style. So I just said, I'm going to come up with some cool jerseys, see what people think. And I'm really happy people like them. Some different. It's some, we're going to have we have spring training jerseys, they all green, forest green colors. And so we're very excited. And I think people will like the new USA patriotic jerseys. And so we're always experimenting, see what people would like. And so let's make this happen. I'm ready for MLB. Thank you to Commissioner Manfred for having Charlotte on this list. And you bring Major League Baseball to North Carolina, it will be a gold mine for MLB.
I like it.
You have our support 100%.
Absolutely. What's the chances we can get you back on the show regularly? Maybe try and keep in contact, keep in touch on the battle and making sure that we're winning.
Whenever you guys are ready, hey, I'll give you weekly, monthly, whatever updates about what's going on, and thanks for having me on your program. I really appreciate it. When I started this, I just was like, people are going to think I'm nuts and crazy, but I was just curious why North Carolina's never had a team. And over the years, when I started this, people thought we'll never get a team. And in just a short amount of time, we were on a list. People are talking about us. We got professional soccer coming here now, which is great. And I just wish our Panthers were a little better. Right now, they're not playing really well at all, unfortunately. Yeah. But we got the Hornets. We got the exciting LaMelo Ball playing here. One of the hottest NBA basketball stars. You got one of the legendary basketball sports beloved people in Michael Jordan, who owns the Hornets. And so, North Carolina is a hotbed for professional sports. For many years, it was just known for college basketball with Duke, and still is. No, get me wrong, but I think over the years, North Carolina and Charlotte has really turned into a haven for professional sports.
Definitely.
Perfect. I'm like, hey, Michael, if you're watching, you need to get on board.
That's right.
Let's make it happen.
LaMelo, you too.
Yeah, Melo, listen up, dog. Let's make it happen. We can all rally behind this.
That's right.
Well, no, that's perfect. That sounds great to us. Like I said, we'll make sure to tell all of our followers, go online, sign your petition, make sure that we're supporting in every which way we can. We want to make this happen. We want to see this happen. We want to see you make this happen.
Yeah, I remember when Arizona got the Diamondbacks, and I know that was very exciting for them, and they have a beautiful stadium out there. And so, I know how Arizona felt when they got their team, and I know how excited Charlotte will be when they get their team. And before it was just like, maybe we'll get one. Now it's just when. That's just what it is. It's just when. It's going to be happening very soon. And like I said, now, what's helped is soccer's coming out here. MLS is coming to Charlotte, which is great. And it'll support basketball, football, and we even have a professional lacrosse team out here. And so, I mean, it's just amazing how much Charlotte has grown in the 14 years that I've lived here. It has grown tremendously. We have so many transplants out here. Like, nobody's from Charlotte. We're all transplants. We got people from New York, New Jersey, Arizona, California, Ohio, Michigan, Pittsburgh. They're all over the place. So they're excited because they have to root for their teams back home, when now they can have their own MLB team they can support in Charlotte. And I know that the people will absolutely support it 100%.
Definitely,
Yeah. Like I said, it's easy to get behind. It's easy to root for.
Very.
I think that does it. Once again, we appreciate your time, Rick, and we'll definitely let's set it up monthly. You can keep us updated.
Some updates. We'll get those jerseys when we can.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Once again, thank you for your time, Rick.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolutely. You take care.
All right.